Oh.
Hello, it's Friday. Thank fuck it is Friday. I'm sharing out, right, Brian? Come on, show me your best opening.
I'm not bending over for nobody.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I said best opening, and I must have. Oh my lord!
You nearly saw his arse cheeks then.
Anyway,
I'm saying nothing.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight's subject is psychics v mediums. It's really a little bit of a misnomer, that, because it's not V, is it? You know, it's what is a psychic and what is a medium. What's the differences? Basically, I have things written down just so I can remember. Basically, a psychic is telepathic, clairvoyant. I can't see for sun. Giving meaning. Psychics don't channel like mediums do.
There's two in the chat. Can Empty say hello just so that I know that you can hear us? Empty, everybody.
Psychics are interlinked with mediums. There's quite a few differences, actually, quite a lot in the actual meaning of a psychic and the medium, the meaning of a medium, but in paranormal terms, they are very similar.
Hey, Craig. I want to just give you a shout out to Ghostway Paranormal, Craig Stevens. Guys, please go and follow this man on YouTube, and please go and follow him on his page. He's well worth it. Kristen's like, we have to send a friend's request.
Can you remember how to do that, Lois?
Oh, fuck you.
Right,
I'll block you tonight. I'll unfriend you, and then I'll refriend you.
Don't promise me things, for goodness sake.
That's what I'm doing.
Is that my Father's Day present? You blocking me?
Yeah, it is. Do you know what? See for this whole show, I'm going to call you Dad.
No.
Okay, Dad?
Nah.
Why not, Dad?
I didn't realise that it's Father's Day Sunday. Guess what? I bought myself a new car, which I'll pick up on Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, bad Dad.
Yeah, Dad is a car, and I've just bought myself a new car. Yeah.
I'm saying nothing. So I've done sat in circles. I did a development class. That's the word I was looking for. With Barry John, and it was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed it, and that actually taught me that there was different. Oh, sorry, honey, I'm a bad woman.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You don't need to be a psychic or a medium to know that.
Hey. Hi. Hello, everybody. So obviously, I sat and did the development class with Barry John, and that really did give me awareness that there is actually a difference between medium and psychic. Because to be honest, I would have thought it was the same thing.
No. They're similar. They are similar, but there's distinct differences.
Well, there's crossovers, isn't there?
Yeah.
To be a psychic medium makes you complete, but a psychic is less personal. It's more of the event. It's more of the happening. Yeah. The medium side of it is the personal side.
Yeah, my cousin's a psychic, so I know exactly what they're like.
Yeah.
She had caller ID before it was invented.
Caller ID.
No, so I go, do you know it's me?
But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like, it's hard to describe. I wouldn't say that I'm at the level of Barry John, because if I'm in all honesty, Barry John is the most amazing medium. My cat's ready to jump onto my door. I wouldn't do that. Got to fall. He is a brilliant medium, the psychic. And he really is. And I've got the highest of respect, because there's things that Barry John has gave me in a reading that no one knows. And the same as Ad as well. They're like my top two that I would go to if I needed a reading.
That's the only one that's ever got me right.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I'm not in their level thingy. Yeah, I can go into places. Sometimes I question what I actually am. I put it down to sometimes maybe, is it just pot luck? But it's quite hard. But then I done Barry John's development class, and I discovered a lot more about me than I ever knew. Like when I was doing like the circle, and really, really enjoyed it. I really, really miss it, to be honest. Actually doing a development circle. Hey, Sarah Louise.
Evening. I bet it was like coming out for you, weren't it, love?
Yeah. And she managed to draw the circle in one go.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, guys. I've got to stop the show. I've got an itchy eye. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, it's all right. She's on the coke tonight.
Oh! Yeah, I doubt it is Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit stronger, isn't it?
Oh, dear. Oh, it's Euros night. Scotland versus Germany.
Lovely.
Hi, Brian, Lynn, Ian, English. Even Rita's calling you English.
Oh. Right, here I'm Scottish.
Hey, Rita.
Don't listen to
Well,
Lois.
Nobody listens to Lois. Don't be silly.
So what's anybody else's idea of differences between a psychic and a medium?
Well, psychics tend to they predict things, can't they? And they can see things that are going to happen in the near future before they do. Whereas mediums can, dead mediums can read a room pretty well.
Yeah.
And they can read objects.
Yeah.
Which
I can do
generally
objects,
most psychics can't. Unless they're both.
They're sensitive to influences and forces, aren't they? More than anything else.
Yeah, it's elements. It's element based with the psychic, so you have to be in contact. I'm classed actually as an environmental psychic, so any area, if I touch the stone or the foundations of something, I get visions, and I can go from that, whether it's past, present, or future. But mediums tend to be more of on a personal note, to do with people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I'm a bit of a mix between all that. I don't even know what I am, but I know what I can do. You know what I mean? I'm just me. I'm just me. And that's what you get.
Really?
That's what it is.
Really? So, why do you need these terms, to be honest?
Exactly.
Because
you know?
Yes, Rita. Exactly.
But it's a bit like Bri. It's just like Bri was saying. I can touch objects. I can touch buildings. They draw me in, and I can feel the energies coming from them. But when you touch them, you can feel it. And it's not like I'm sent back, but I can just feel everything that's there. Do you know what I mean? So wood's the one with me. I'm big on wood. I get a lot of energies off wood. I get attachments off wood. I've got to be careful what banisters I touch. You know, if they're really old buildings, and I've got to be so careful.
Yeah, but your element is earth, so you're going to be more sensitive to that.
Yeah. Yeah, it
all
is.
depends on your actual element as well. So this is what I'm saying. Take all these different things into account, and this is why psychics and mediums are so different. Everybody lumps us as the same thing, but we're not. There's distinct differences because you've got to go on elements as well. So some people will work better with stone, somebody will work better with water, and so on and so on. You're attracted and drawn to different elements.
Yeah.
As for example, Lewis likes the wet and windy bloody hillsides.
Yep.
And I am blue.
Yeah, and I am blue.
Well, since you said that, Dad, I do actually like the windy hills because actually, to be fair, I don't know about Dales, right? But I love when it's gale force winds. Now, everybody would want to stay in the house, not Lois. I love to be out, sometimes just walking in it, just feeling, because I feel better. See if I'm having a bad day and it's a gale force wind night, I love to go and walk in it because I feel when I come back in the house, I feel better. It's the same as when it's the same as when I. Why are you doing this, Dad? Why are you doing this live in air? Why are you saying you know my dad? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm not that brave.
That is terrible, Dad. Oh, do you know that's cracked me up? Ian's not Lucy's dad. Okay, Dad. Do you know what? I love doing that. I used to love embarrassing my uncle doing that. Yeah, Dad. But as I was saying, I love, and I suppose in a way I'm quite blessed because where I live, literally, there's a beach and then there's another beach in the next town because it's like there's 3 towns that are connected, like right literally together. So you wouldn't know actually where. But I would say probably the best view you'll ever get a wave is when you go away from the towns, and if you're going into Largs, there's a wee place called Sea Mill, and it's so beautiful because all it is, it's just built with water. It's honestly, I just love watching the waves come up, and this is somebody who's terrified of deep water.
Yeah, but you're on the border, element-wise. You're on the border, so you're grounded by the elements. Like Lynn, like I said, she's air and earth, but she's mainly earth. And everybody has these elements. Yeah. There'll be mainly one element bordering on the next one. So, and we're all different. We've all got, like with your tarot, your zodiac sign.
Yeah.
You've got dates, haven't you? So I'm a Taurus, but I'm quite smack in the middle. So I'm a true Taurus. But some people, they're coming towards the end of that sign and starting to another sign. So they what they call bordering. Well, the same thing happens with elements.
I didn't actually know that, but you've taught me something tonight. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpion, so.
Oh.
I'm a Taurus. I'm like Brian.
See if I had to guess my dad's, I would say he was a Gemini.
Oh,
not a lot of Gemini. In fact, Brian Nettie are exactly the same as me and my wife. I'm Taurus. My wife's a Scorpio.
Oh, wow. Am I the only Libra here then?
Yeah.
I'm a Libra.
Yeah.
Because you're like this.
Yeah, exactly. I was
You're
trying to
balanced.
Yeah.
Um,
Completely unbalanced in the head, yeah.
I'll have you, I am quite okay. I'm just wired wrong. That's it. Do you know what? I'm one for looking at what I'm quite fascinated with, and I've actually got it tattooed on my back, is I'm fascinated with the Chinese zodiac. The Chinese like animals. So I'm actually a dragon. Hence why I went and got a dragon on my
No shit.
No.
Yeah.
cheeky
I saw
bastard.
you in Game of Thrones.
Oh, you usually say I'm the red-headed demon.
Yeah, but
Do you know?
come from somewhere.
Lois, your punishments in the cellar aren't working. You're going to have to revise them.
Well, this is very true. I'll go through the comments. So Rhea's laughing. She says, I will say that from now on, Ian. Eric likes dark, earthy places. Rhea doesn't want to get blown away. Oh, bless, thank you. Eric says, I'm Scorpio. I'm surrounded by Scorpios. Hi, Rena. Hi, Angie. But yeah, it's one of those ones where this is just no staying still tonight. It's one of those ones that, see if you look at it, and Bry's going to love what's about to come out my mouth. But see if you really look at it, it all comes back. Do you know Bry's been with me for 2 years and he's drilled this into my head? Everything comes down to frequency.
We've been telling you that for 2 years.
Yeah.
You're both rubbed off on me, Dad. I must have.
I haven't rubbed on you at all.
I hope not.
This is going to be one of these. This is going to be one of these shows where everything just goes whoosh.
Yeah.
We're in for a bumpy ride tonight, folks. Rhea is a Capricorn. You don't see many Capricorns, to be fair.
Looking in, are you?
That's a good question.
I mean, there's a world full of them out there, and you haven't seen any of them.
Well, I don't stop everybody in the street and go, what star sign are you? What star sign are you? What the hell is wrong with you? We've got Cancer, Angie. It's Cancer I am.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bri, we're overtaken.
Oh, there's no new there, is there? Eh?
Oh, sweetness. Come on, enlighten us.
Where were we?
I don't actually know.
Exactly.
Elements. We were up to elements, weren't we?
Oh,
I thought Nettie says they're elephants. I was like, what the fuck?
well,
Oh, that show's been down. Hi, Nicola.
Yeah, this just back to mediums and psychic. Yeah, there's very little difference paranormally, but in other adjectives. Ooh, that's a big word, isn't it? They are
Taurus for Nicola.
Yeah, you join the Taurus clan.
Yeah, there's plenty of us. You can see us, Lois. See?
Yes.
Anybody, MD Libra, if he's a Libra, come and chat.
Can't be
by myself.
Dad, you don't want me singing? Oh, in fact, I need to sing happy birthday to Nick from Nick Matty. I am not going through that long name. paranormal group. But I will do right for folks because you really need to check him out as well. We're good friends. I call him Nick the Prick. He calls me, well, I won't repeat what he actually calls me.
Another one.
No, it's one of the ones that I want to say, but then YouTube would be an arse. So if you Nick Matty from Team Spirited Lifting the Vale UK GHB, it was his birthday yesterday, but I forgot to sing. So happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Nick the Prick. Happy birthday to you. There you go, Bobag. Done.
Happy birthday.
Andy's mum was a where's the Libras? MD Libra?
No, just can't.
Do you know, funny enough, my sister and my boy is both Taurus.
Can I say?
Because my sister is the 21st April and my boy's the 9th of May.
And we are the best.
Yes, and that's why you're the black sheep.
I'm always a black sheep.
All the other Libras are in asylums.
Oh, Rhea says Pickle Nick. I don't know where Pickle Nick is. I think he'll be due on in the next maybe 5 minutes or something.
He never comes on time, does he? Not to this show.
Give it about another 20 minutes and he'll be on. He's in the woods.
He's the Frightners.
Oh. So, do you know what? I think mediums and psychics get it really, really rough. I'm going to be serious now. They get it really, really rough. And I don't think that every medium and psychic should be labelled as bad, because you have your, I'm not saying that there isn't bad ones out there. There can be. But I think it kind of gives, it's the same as like people with paranormal investigations, right? Like us that do investigations, right? We're always labelled as, you know, the ones that are in it for money, blah, 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 because they look at other paranormal investigators. It's like they judge everybody by the same standard. Mediums and psychics, I must admit, I'll only know when they're genuine if they mention a certain thing. And I'll be like, yeah, you are genuine. I have seen ones that do the cold reading that try and ask a question with a question with a question with a question. I've seen it because I used to go to a spiritualist church, and there's been
what do they call
what?
Because there is a name for them.
What, cold readers?
Now that there's a name for them, they're although they call themselves psychics or mediums, there's a technique that they use, and that's the name of it.
I can't think.
These days it's Facebook.
Well, do you know what? The most annoyingest thing in the world that annoys me is, see when somebody puts up a status and it could be really something so sad, and next thing you'll see this scammer. Do you want love spells? Oh, I'm attracted to you. Please, you know, PM me. And it's like, really, dude? Really? It's just that kind of way, like, what the hell? But as I said, you have got your ones that are bad out there, but then you've got your really good ones. And the best one, I think, apart from Ad and Barry John, was a guy in a spiritualist church, and he was blind. Yeah. And wow, he blew me away, because I was like,
there's a saying there that when you lose one sense, your other senses
heightened, don't they?
It's heightened, yeah. Absolutely.
But they're called intuitives, and they work on your personality. They ask questions, as you say, to gain an answer.
Oh, talk about one, and it's just happened in the chat. Oh, you've got to be kidding me on. Is this somebody in the wind up? Seriously?
Come on then.
Right. Do you know what? This is where I love playing these games. Right. So, Eric, you have this person who's drawn to you. You felt a strong connection. Everybody's getting that.
I bet you can't get them thinking though, can I?
I bet so. Just 2 wee ticks.
Hang on, wait there. I'll just rate Eric. I get a strong connection between you and Rita.
Yeah. So, Nicholas says, saw earlier Nick's page has ghost hunting. Oh, he's in a warfield tonight. I've forgotten. Sorry. Nick's looking for Bigfoot. So he is, I forgot. So it's all your fault. Do you know what, Eric? I'm beginning to think with me saying that, suddenly somebody's had the idea of coming in and doing it. Hi, Nigel.
In a circle, that's what it is.
It's either that. 2 seconds, guys, because I need to go in and deal with this. And I'll leave you to chat away among yourselves till I deal with this.
Right.
There'll be a lot of blocking going on. Lots of blocking.
How funny! How ironic was that?
Madam Sanchez, I forgot
I'm actually sitting here thinking to myself, what the fuck? I actually mentioned this and then suddenly it happens in the chat. Like, what the hell? Maybe I'm sidekick, Dad.
You just attract all the nutters.
So come on then, post it. Let's have a laugh. Cheeky. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, we could have seen that coming. You see, he's gone wrong way, hasn't he? If you were looking for Bigfoot, he should have been on here.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, well, she was on, is it Masked Singer as Bigfoot?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You leave my broken foot out of this.
Yeah. We're not talking to you. Shut up. Go back to your room.
Shut up, Dad.
Why does that keep putting Jimmy Jesus up? You know Jimmy Jesus?
No. Him.
But yeah, anywho, has anybody else got any examples of the difference between medium and psychic?
I think psychics get pictures and can get pictures and names, whereas mediums can actually see and speak to.
Yes.
Yeah, I go to a circle every Wednesday, and there's some women in there. Only a few of them are really good, really, really good. And the ones who are really good can do both. Do you know what I mean? They're just spot on. I don't trust people. I find I have trust issues with things like this, but some of these girls are spot on. And yet what's that name for when you're floating and you're watching buildings and you're finding your way through to different areas? We've got a lady that does that as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Astral projection.
Yeah, kind of, but she just does it there. She just does it, yeah. Really good.
You wanted last week, Brian, about this, because like I said, if you get a reading, you have to tell me something that it's only possible for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it can be a problem because I'm quite method. Even though I'm a natural psychic, I'm quite method when it comes to my mediumship, and I use the medium of tarot. So it's the cards basically that's dictating, because my clients use the cards. They shuffle the cards. They place the cards. I just turn them over and interpret them. So they've embedded their story or what's paramount in their life, the thing that they're looking for, the answers they're looking for, they project onto my cards. So all I do is turn them over and interpret that. And sometimes it's not exactly what they were actually wanting personally themselves, but the cards are basically saying, well, this is what you need.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And this is why when I've explained it, they're okay. But if I did it remotely or face to face without the cards, they'd be saying, well, they're rubbish. That's not what I wanted to know. But you can't dictate what a reading is going to bring you.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem sorted. Well, I hope so. Rita, sorry, Nicola. Nicola says, real ones never charge people for reading. I got told and for spells I do them myself. Eric says, I know, right. Yeah, I have blocked him. There's just one destination that isn't blocking, but that'll get dealt with, I'm sure. Thanks, Eric. So I'm so sorry about that, guys. That's actually pretty freaky. That was like one of the ones that says, Lois, don't say it again.
Yeah, well, if you say Scotland will win tonight, perhaps they might.
Scotland's getting humped tonight. What are you talking about?
See, this is what I mean about you not being a Scot.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I do apologise. Yay, Scotland's going to win! Woo!
Who's Scotland?
This is where I get the hate mail, I bet you.
Yeah, and it'll all be from me.
This is true, Dad. This is true.
Yeah, there'll be all those paternity tests to prove I'm not your dad.
Listen, we should not joke about this because it's happened to other people where they've joked and the funniest one, I think, well, it's not really funny. It wouldn't have been funny for the guy. But a woman went to Ancestry and discovered that the guy that she'd been dating for so many months was her first cousin.
Wow. No! Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
Apparently, the families hadn't spoke for a good while. So obviously they missed the kids' lives.
And
yeah,
and just to emphasise why she keeps calling me dad, I was actually in Glasgow around the time of her conception.
No, why I keep calling you dad is because you said to me one night, you could be my daughter, and I'm like,
No, I said so you're the same age as my daughter.
Well,
okay, Dad, but
it's all coming out to me.
By the way, we shouldn't joke about that because what happens if we end up being father and daughter? I would die halfway laughing. I would find it funny. You wouldn't. I would.
I would. Yeah, I'd jump into the nearest volcano, I think.
I'll push you. Push.
It'll probably be the same feeling I had when you were conceived, if that's the case.
Oh, that stinks.
As I hit the molten lava.
There is a connection there, isn't there? Yeah, redhead.
I'm beginning to wonder. I'm going to go and look at my birth certificate after this show. I'm going to see who's on that. Sorry, folks. This is turning into hilarity tonight. Sorry, Bri.
What for?
The show turning into carnage.
Yeah, he's all right. He's having another swig.
Hey, listen, I'm happy. At least I'm not getting called daddy.
It's just Papa for you.
Yeah, you just turned out your Uncle Bry.
I'll settle for that.
Oh, Wally. How's everybody's Friday nights? Come in. Let us know how your Friday's going. If you've got any question for us, I bet the question is Ian your dad?
I can't remember ever being that one.
Answers on a postcard to, you know.
Yeah. If you were in Hillington, no, Pollock Shields, it would have been. If you were in Pollock Shields in 1987.
Well, I don't know. I'll need to phone my mum after the show and ask her that question.
She's going to be asking Mumsy now.
Oh, Wally, I can't concentrate tonight. My head's everywhere. So back to the show, everybody. But
so, are we psychics or mediums? Well, the jury is out. Depends on the genes of Lewis.
well, if you hear me dying off with laughter, you know that Ian's my dad.
Oh, thank you, Nicola. Oh, my clients.
To be fair, I actually love Lynn's wee laugh. Hi, Chantel. Loves a laugh. Sarah Louise says, a few years ago was down Southampton with a friend in the pub and we were talking with the bar staff and the barmaid asked where we were from. I said Barry and she said my dad was from Barry, and after a bit of more small talk it turned out she was my cousin I'd never met before in my life. Hey Wayne, hey Rita, I think Jim is joining.
I can add a funny story to that actually, because my real dad went off and got remarried. Anyway, I met up with him and he said, "Oh, I'll meet you down the snooker club." So I met him up down the snooker club. Anyway, I was in there playing pool with a mate, and this girl come up and started talking to me and chatting me up and all that. And my dad walked in and said, "Have you met your brother?"
No way.
And I still wind her up about that now.
That is up. I thought Nick was away out. Turns out Nick's no away out. Hello, Nicky.
He's back from the woods.
What time I had to contact Jeremy because it was actually, you would have died after laughing, Nick. We were talking about obviously mediums and psychics, and I said about the story how sad obviously it has when people have been through something and suddenly these scammers pop up. Well, lo and behold, what do you think happened next, Nick? Read that.
See here. I'm gonna write your name, Phil. Strong connection. Think you might need a reading. What's your zodiac sign?
Oh, this person spammed the chat and was going right through.
Holy cow!
And I was like, you couldn't write that better if you had tried.
Oh, I see in the private chat. Yeah, Jeremy said just trying to get that user. Yeah.
All right. Cheers. Thanks, Jeremy. So yeah. So I want to tell you something, Nick, but I wanted to wait till you were on.
Okay.
Read Ian's name.
See now, hang on a second. See, I'm using my laptop. This time, let me get a little bit closer. Ian, not Lois's dad.
Because I started the show tonight and I said that I was going to call Ian Dad all night. I've stuck to my promise of being Dad. So, Nick.
Straight to present on Sunday.
Nick, what star sign are you?
What star
Please.
sign, Tony? Like zodiac sign?
Right, please be. No, you're not a Libra. Shit. Right, what star sign are you?
Pisces.
Oh,
Pisces.
Yeah.
Rita says hello, and hello, Noreen. But yeah, but it's been a fun night.
Oh, Jeremy said he couldn't be on the chat owner or moderator. It's kind of weird. He just said that in the
Okay.
private. Yeah.
But the thing says can't ban chat on a room.
Yeah. I was reading it too.
I don't know what's happening, but it's stopped anyway, Jeremy. Touch. Anyway.
Thanks either way.
Yeah, it's fixed either way because it's not happened since I pressed the ban button. The only one really that's out of my control was simply spooky.
Yeah.
But I've contacted Viv for that one, so but yeah, so touch area with Jeremy, it's fixed, so we've not had that problem. Sorry, I can't find the comment anywhere. No, the youth. Yeah, that's because I had found that you could block them through Hangway, but as I said, there was only just one problem, but it has stopped, Jeremy.
He said, "Oh yeah. Okay, I can see what he's saying."
Cool. So it's all good. So back to the show, everybody. So mediums versus psychics. What's your thoughts, Nick, on mediums and psychics?
Oh man, see, I've always kind of wondered that myself because it's mediums versus psychics. Honestly, the best way I can really say it is I could see there's some difference with it, but I just know the one thing that's all in common with them is that it's all, a gift that's given to all of them. It may not be exactly the same thing, but I can see kind of a difference of how it is between mediums and psychics. It's kind of one of those questions. It's hard for me to answer, to be honest with you.
They overlap. The slightly different genres. But the best way to describe it is mediums are more personal. The psychics are sort of from the outside in.
Yeah.
There's less connection with a psychic. It's about the matter of fact rather than the personal feeling side of things.
Right.
Other than that, they're very similar.
Yeah.
In the paranormal, outside the paranormal, they are totally different. Because psychic comes under parapsychology and medium comes in as a means to. It's a medium, a means to. As like in tarot cards, a way of using a mediumship. It's complicated, isn't it? But there is distinct differences, but they overlap. So to be a psychic medium is to be a complete, what I would call a professional in the paranormal field. But there is no real regulations for it. This is the problem. There's no test. There's no test you can test to prove that you're a medium or a psychic.
Here's the thing. I was always taught, and it wasn't just for Barry John, I've heard it for other people as well, but thank you. Right, all gone. So this is what I was always taught. Everybody in this world, in this life, in humanity, has the six senses. It's a choice if you want to follow it. What's your thoughts, guys, on that one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think everybody's got the ability. It's whether or not they've opened it or something's happened to open it up. Everyone's got the capability. It's whether they develop it.
Yeah, different levels of ability. I touched on it a few weeks ago when I mentioned the clairs. We've got quite a few clairs. And if you've got the lot, then you're a complete psychic medium. If you've only got odd one or two, you're a novice. I think that's the best way to describe it. So if you're a clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. There's loads of clairs. And if you count the ones that you can, achieve, then that gives you a rough level at what you're at as a psychic or a medium.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder where the sidekicks go. That they could go. Do they go into that genre of predictive dreams?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's quite a natural thing, isn't it? Well, I think it's a natural thing. A lot of people have these dreams, don't they? And is that part of the psyche?
Well, look at the amount of people. Look at the amount of people, right? For prime example, the one that always sticks out to me is a person got struck with lightning, and the next thing you know, they were talking about how they started doing all these things where they were bumping into people. They could tell people things that, like, just things were coming to them constantly. And it's things like that. You hear people having near-death experiences, people who are nearly dead on a table that are having out of body, and then they wake up and suddenly you just get all these things coming to them. It is a really interesting subject. And the way that I like to describe it is like the Final Destination. If anybody's ever seen that, that film, and it's kind of having the premonitions.
Yeah, I think it's more to do with realms, that, isn't it? And if you've come across a different realm, you're sort of tuned into it, whereas you weren't aware of it before. So as soon as you become aware of something, you can contact it, you can get in touch with it. That's been documented quite a few times.
Yeah.
Like these children that reckon they've been here before.
God, yeah.
I've actually done that myself, you know, when I was younger. We're about 11, 12-year-old, and we went to Scarborough. And my dad says, right, where do you want to go next, son? Because there were only me, my mum, and my dad that went. I'd never been before, ever.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to go up to Boating Lake. Just like that. I want to go up to Boating. He says, what? He says, Mary, there ain't a Boating Lake here. She says, I think there is, but I don't know where it is. And I took him to it. Took him straight to it.
I think that's dead good.
Yeah,
that is phenomenal.
Right, it's a natural sat nav.
It's an example of being here before.
Eric says,
been there before. Deja vu.
Deja vu. That's an interesting topic, Bryce. Deja vu. Eric says, mine are broken up, had audio one day, seen one time, and can feel emotion most of the time. Yeah. It's quite a weird one. It is quite a weird one. But as I said, you know, I've worked out in the field with really good mediums. I had one that was really, really disrespectful, and me and her just fought like cat and dog, because just the way she used to talk to spirit was just dead disgusting. There was no respect, there was no, and then she was shouting at us one night. I told you about psychic protected, blah blah blah. She was actually irate, and I was like, holy shit. But it's just, I've worked with other ones that have got the good manner. There is even good people out there that has the good manner, like with spirit. And I think
there should be regulations.
Yeah, it's the best way to get results, even for an investigator.
See, that the only problem you would have with that is because okay, fair enough, you've got parapsychology, but when you look at it with ghost hunting, it's no really, I know what I'm trying to say, it's not really recognised as such, if that makes sense. It's only seen as a hobby.
Yeah.
If everybody knows where I'm trying to go with it.
Yeah.
There's still the regulation to cover bad personality. That's you explained it as there's some disgusting people out there, and there is.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, some of these disgusting people have got talent.
Oh
And
God,
the
I
psychics and the mediums, but the personality doesn't allow them to be good at it because the
Yep.
shit personalities get in the way.
Yeah.
It's not even just that either. It's the fact this is where I'm really going to go, and I'm going to head right. You have really small teams, right, who are trying to break through, and they can't break through because everybody's looking the other way. Everybody's too concentrated on the wrong ones,
Yeah.
and the little teams don't get the chance. And it doesn't matter how many times you try to build. And I'm talking for experience in myself, because no matter how much you try, you could be the best investigator, you could have the nicest nature, but for some weird odd reason, everybody will go to the shitty teams who have the worst personalities, who fake shit,
But
and it's just like, what the
I'll
hell?
answer that. I'll answer that. Why though? What is the problem? I don't find a problem in that because at the end of the day, it's the long story. It's the truth in paranormal. Everybody
Yeah.
goes on about this para-unity rubbish. I'm sorry, but to me it is because there's very few people practice para-unity. It's just a way to get the story out. To look at me.
To be honest, I've got to dispute that one because, right, I hear what you're saying. I really do hear what you're saying. But see, if you look at it in an instance, this is how I look at para-unity. I'm going to say some names, right? So I've got you guys. I have Craig Stevens, Nick Matty, Jacqueline Dixon, Viv, Dan, whatever, right? See if you think of that. That's para-unity in a sense, because we're working together. We're not working against each other. And I know if I need anything, like if I needed to know about frequency, Brian's my man. If I wanted to know something like witchy, then I'd go to Nettie or Lynn. Nick, if I needed dates, but it's working together. We're not working against each other.
Yeah, but that's para-family. That's para-family. It's not para-unity.
Yeah,
that's para-family.
Para-unity's been able to work with each other, and it happens in pockets, and quite frankly, there are a lot of pockets. It's just what Barry Frankel is doing. He's joining the gaps.
Do you know what?
We're proud to be.
It's
good.
We are actually doing, guys, the second year of Proud to be Paranormal.
Yeah.
So we're doing it this year as well. Because I did speak to Barry Frankish and I asked if it was alright if I could do another show the same as what I did last year. And he was fine with it. Said it was fine.
Yeah. So again, there's para-family, para-unity, there's paranormal. And that's a genre. It's a subject. It's a field, whatever you want to call it. But the problem is, the nature of human beings is socially we're not fantastic, to be fair.
Yep.
We've got pockets, as Ian says. We've got pockets of unity because it's an interest that we share. But that's as far as it goes. Actually, to get along with we're in conflict because it's our nature to be in conflict. It's our nature to compete against each other. In reality, survival of the fittest and all that. So you're going to get this where, and again, it's something to do with nations. I do believe different countries have got a different outlook. Said it before. I think Nick's pointed it out as well in ways that some people have to make a living, choose what they do, what their interests are, more so in America than here. So here it's more of a hobby. In America, a lot of people need to make money out of it. So it becomes, they push the agenda. They're fighting for that limelight. And it spreads. And that's the same here. Even here, though it's a hobby, people are fighting for exposure.
Yeah.
Look at me, which is natural, but it doesn't.
At what
But
cost?
for
At
my
what cost to other people?
See,
What-
I think, right, see, when we're talking about this, right, I really, really would love to cover it. And it's one that's, when we were talking about awarenesses, a lot of people don't realise, right, here's the thing. I can honestly openly say that I've been slated on Facebook on several occasions. But it's one of those ones where it's folk would class that as bullying, whilst I just class it as a guy who is a bit thingy. So when it becomes a bit personal, now I've seen it become personal on Facebook. I've seen it where in the paranormal even where it even crosses the line going as personal as going after somebody's family.
Yeah.
And then I think, to be honest, if we wanted paranormal to be regulated, then it would be a case of, well, your job's your job and your home life is your home life.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. Separate
Totally
it.
agree. Totally agree
Noreen
with that.
says it's classed as entertainment. That's what I think. Lo, Nicola says, and Noreen says, once it becomes monetized. What does that word say, guys?
Monetized.
Monetize.
Thanks. The integrity goes out the window and the credibility.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I'm very honest and open. There's some words that I just can't get out.
I mean,
And then
my advice to any upcoming teams that are trying to break into the paranormal field, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I was under the radar for years before people knew I exist, and then I had a go at Zach Bagans and Bob's your uncle. But
so what you're saying is,
I think I'd rather say being under the radar. I think you've more been stuck in Lois's dungeon for too long.
Nicholas, don't you come on and attack me tonight, young man. I was singing your praises.
I mean, we were going for many years before we were even in the public eye at all. And I think you just keep going. You know, I suddenly started getting calls from American radio shows, like getting me to go on, and you know, so before you know it, you're known everywhere, and it's just one of those things.
For God's sake.
Just happens when it happens.
It's what you want out of paranormal. I mean, Ian, you're in two camps basically. You keep what you do professionally very private. But then there's the blog side of it and the talking side of it and the promoting side of it, which you're quite public about. So
yeah, and I did train another team, and you know, I'm very, very willing to give other teams advice. I've given teams in America advice, but it's, you know, it's to me, it's all about education as well as investigating. So
yeah.
So, Dad, what lessons do you want to teach me?
yeah, what the end of a baseball bat looks like.
Dad, do you know what? Do you know what, guys? I'm going to read this comment and then I'm going to give my dad the answer. Noreen, the problem is when money comes into fakery, comes in with it because they try to get more followers, so they have to provide content. As we know, a lot of investigations, nothing happens. Yeah. This is very true, Noreen, and this is what I always say. Why not show the real deal? Because how are you going to convince anybody if they're watching entertainment and they're watching things that...
There's two teams I work with, Paranormal Truth and the Ouija Brothers, and they show it exactly as it happens, and they've still got loads of followers. Why? Because they're not faking anything.
Yeah.
Because it's the real deal.
Exactly.
Anyway, Dad, I just want to honestly say, you're fucking sacked as my dad. You suck. Does anybody else want to be my dad? You know? Well, I can't call Nick my dad because he's a bit younger than me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I need a lucky one.
No, I don't like you.
Well, you could almost be his mum. So what you on about?
I'm going to come through that screen and slap that face of yours.
See, I think a lot of teams, a lot of people want to be, dare I say, MH lovers. They like to follow in their footsteps because it's what they get from it. At the end of the day, it's what they get. It's what they see, and it intrigues them, and they follow that footprint. Unfortunately, it's not a good lesson. It's not a good learning platform. But they follow that, and they get their own team together, and they go out and investigate, and they pay for venues. And this is why paid venues have become so widespread, because every pub and every hotel's got its ghost now, which I'm sure they are. But have they identified them? Have they delved into it properly? No, they're just trying to make a buck. Simple as that.
So the problem is, a lot of these teams that go out, if they actually came across a real ghost, they'd shit a brick.
Yeah. Probably. Here's Ragga. Hi, Ragga. Guys, check Ragga out as well. Scotland's paranormal investigation group. He says, Hi everyone. Hope you're well. I agree. Absolutely agree, Lo. Those who watch us see us doing being professional, and I mean professional because we show what a real investigation is like. Those that have a small mind will walk ways attack. I always say to the team, it doesn't matter what others think, i.e. negativity, but it only makes us stronger, which this is so true, Ragga. So true. But I hope you're well. I hope the family's well as well, honey. And I hope the team's well. But yeah, it's been a good...
At the end of the day, if you go out and do a genuine investigation, the stuff you will get will be better than what you see on the telly.
Yeah, of course it will.
Absolutely. So
it's
tonight,
all about
guys,
being there, isn't it? It's about being there in that environment and feeling the excitement as it mounts or doesn't mount. But it's all about taking part and feeling that you're all together and you're all feeling the same thing. But it doesn't always work like that. But it's about being there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Bry's comment earlier on kind of made me rethink there about things when he said para family, because I wouldn't have like described it as that term, but then I think about it and then I think of the closeness that I have with most of you guys and like obviously my followers, the viewers, then I think it is actually waiting now. I always talk about obviously the viewers being not just viewers, they're really more like family. And then when I sit and think about, well, really, us guys and everything else, I'm just thinking it is actually para family if you really think about it, more than para unity.
Yeah. And this is why we have groups. Some people get on with others better than others. It's like Ian may
Hey, William.
Get on with his team more than anybody else.
Yeah.
But we've got a connection through podcasting and one thing and another, and you learn people's ways. And if they're applicable to yours, if it's harmonious, then you get on.
Yeah. I mean, I've teams.
I hope you're well, Mr. William. Sorry.
Because you got the same morality and and ethics.
Yeah.
Never a problem.
I think people on the podcast, I think we're drawn. There's a reason why we're all together. We're all drawn together because of what we like and what we do.
And the fact that we're all stuck in Lois's basement. Yeah.
Listen, my basement's getting bigger because I've added all these people. Plus, then I've got Shane and Mary from Holland. So I'm like, for God's sake, I'm having everybody in here. We're all good, Laura says, when am I coming on the panel rather than trying to... Right, I'll tell you what, are you free just now, Rigger? If not, are you free next Friday night? William says, didn't see much advertising for this chat tonight. I was a bit late to join. That's weird. I usually share it at my usual places, love. Maybe Facebook's just been an arse.
Yeah. Well,
No, I mentioned
anyway, I've got to go and pick the wife up.
I mentioned.
Bye, honey.
That
Well, bye, Dad.
I had a problem finding everybody last night. I had a problem finding you last night. So
yeah,
I don't know what Facebook's doing now. It's driving me to absolute despair because if push comes to shove, I'll just end up sending links to everybody when I'm live because Facebook has just been such an arse. It's changing everything. They're new, as you know, guys. If you want to start doing lives and if you what is it, like you've got 60 days or something, you can't do it for 60 days. You've got to have certain criteria and
well, you've got to have so many members. 60 days.
I mean,
live, you still can't stream your StreamYard to your group anymore.
Your answer was from
can't do it.
Watching Scotland get beat. I know the score. I looked at the score during the live. I'm not free next Friday, but the following Friday I'm free. Right, see, as soon as I get off the live, Rigger, I'll get that sorted, my friend. It'll be good to see you because I've fair missed you. But no, it is one of those ones that, as I said, it's opened my eyes. Bri has actually got under my skin with that comment in a nice way, not in a bad way, in a good way, because it has made me think. I wasn't quite expecting that from Bri tonight. Awesome. Awesome.
What's that?
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's one of them things, as I say. But yeah, I'm not a big gambit of para unity.
Yeah.
Para family, yes.
Aye. So next week, guys, on Thursday we have got Tim Smith joining us. It'll be a really interesting one. I'm really looking forward to having Tim. Next Friday, we have a lovely couple called Neil Story and Jenny Sinatsi is coming on. So, and it's actually, we're having the two of them together, so I'm like, yay! And I'm yay for Tim as well. So that is a lineup that we've got for next week, guys. So will be an interesting one. Who? Tim Smith?
All of them.
All of them, right? I'll send you the names. It's Tim Smith, Neil Story, and Jenny Snatzy. It'll be a really good one. It will be a really good show. Nick, what's happening in Nick's world for the next 2 days?
Next 2 days? It's going to be pretty quiet, actually.
You're not doing any live?
I might be doing Minecraft with Kate and Don, but that's pretty much it.
For your next one, Nick.
What?
I know the title for your next one. It's Found Bigfoot.
We'll show that before.
Ladies and gents, what are you doing on Sunday night for the good old Shadows and Light?
This Sunday, I'm working.
don't know because next week we're out camping, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we've got next week when we're out camping, we've got 2 medieval buildings and churches to go and visit. We've got a Druid Roman estate to visit, and we're going to be visiting Bryn Cethy Ddu, which is a 5,000-year-old.
Oh, okay, bye now.
Druid burial mound on, hopefully on the summer solstice when you come down on Thursday. We can just pop down. Yeah,
So,
and just go and have a look. Yeah,
right. You might be doing your
Harry Houdini.
on the campsite.
Yeah, it's possible. It's in the balance. I've got to be honest. It's in the balance for me. It depends on how me and Jackson goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
you don't come, Bride, don't worry about that, because me and Annette will get it all out to you so you can see what's going on.
Yeah,
oh, bless. Oh. On Monday, you have the Dark Mirror Boys. Mark may be back. So they'll be talking about aliens, probably. I can't do it as good as Mark. On Tuesday, it's like I can't get his voice. I can hear him in my head, but I can't get it out. On Tuesday, guys, on Simply Spooky, we will be talking about human combustion. So that will be a really, really interesting one.
I'll join that one because I've got an opinion on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's a really interesting subject, and the best it is, Facebook actually gave me a ban because I had done an article on human combustion, and actually one of the photos that I showed, and it's the most famous photo that everyone's seen of human combustion. It got basically that know how sometimes they put over that if you click it, if you want to view it, it becomes all blurry. Well, that's what they did to that picture, and I was like, what the hell? But everybody in the world's seen this picture.
Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy how they're carrying on at the minute.
Oh, do you know what? I feel like I'm literally in a jail because you've got to, watch how you say words on Facebook. I mean, what was it? I said kicking, and the next thing Facebook flashed up about violence, and I had to rechange it. And it was like, oh, it's absolutely nuts. If there was another platform that I could go to, then I would without a shadow of a doubt. But I have all yours on Facebook, and I've got family on Facebook as well, so it's kind of like I'll have to stay here then. It's kind of like, all right then, I suppose to. But everybody have a good weekend and stay. Nick, are you sleeping on my show?
No, I'm hearing footsteps upstairs. I'm just wondering who just came into the house.
You know what? That's so funny. Next to that, I'm sitting here thinking footsteps. It could be a burglar, Nick, and Nick's just thinking, fuck it. Who cares? I'm doing my life. Calm down, burglar. Never mind about robbing my house or anything. I'm just busy. But yeah, guys, definitely check us out next week. Again, guys, always be kind to each other. All right, and have a good weekend, guys. See you all soon. Bye. 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 Bye.